Can we talk about value? You can't talk about potential and not talk about value. Proverbs 18:16, there is a popular saying that says, a man's gift make room for him and bring him before great men. A man's value, a man's potential, a man's ability make room for him and brings him before great people. The power of value. What is value? Value is your usefulness. Value speak about what can you do. Value speak about what can you offer. Value speak about how can you help people fulfill their dreams. Many of you have not been part of anybody's success story. Although you may be valuable, but as long as you do not network with people to help them achieve their God-given dreams, I assure you, your value will not be recognized. Many people are telling me, see, let me tell you, one of the reasons why many companies don't need us, will keep applying and they will keep rejecting us, simple. They didn't see our value. I believe that any company that will hire you will want you to answer those few questions I ask you. What can you offer? How can you help them achieve their dreams and their mission? And what can you do? If you can tell them how you can help them get new customers, maintain new customer, increase production, increase their sales and make profit, they will employ you. Because everybody wants to increase. Even the great man wants to increase. Dangote is still looking for money, somebody say, right? Those guys are more greedy than you. And one thing about value is simple, is that everything around you will always increase as you increase in value. I assure you. No wonder a man is promoted when his value increase. Then how do you now then increase your value? How do you increase your value? Your value determines your net worth. Have you heard about net worth before? Net worth. Say this one, net worth. Your value determines your net worth. Dangote may not have 2 billion naira in his account now, but he can go to a bank and go out with a check of 1 trillion naira, because the bank believe that Dangote has all the money. A land of one rich man that once lived before. The man was known to be rich, so even when he was broke, people don't know that he's broke. So he went to bank and keep collecting money. When he died, they went to his house and found nothing. Even the house that he actually sold it to his friend. But his name is everywhere. I get what I'm saying now. Value is very important. It will determine your net worth. How do you increase value? I said, number one, as you increase in knowledge, your value increase. Your knowledge is very important. Number two, your relationship and association. When you begin to associate with the great, whatsoever that bring the great around you to trust you to whatsoever, it means that your value is increasing. If today Naphtali is associated with Bill Gates, with what's his name again, Dangote and the rest, I assure you there must be something that will make them relate with him. He cannot be of less value. Value increase with association. Value increase when you marry. If this lady married the governor of Nasarawa state today, you know that if you want to enter her office, you will knock anyhow. Now you must take permission. It doesn't matter whether she's your friend. If this one married the president of Nigeria today, I assure you the truth, her value will increase. Your value can increase by just getting married to somebody that is valuable. That's the truth. Your value can increase when you produce more result and succeed more. The more you succeed in life, the more valuable you become. It's true. No wonder sometimes banks will tell you to give them a proof of something, tell them collateral, so them if not they won't give you certain loans. Why? They want to know your value. They want to know what's your worth. I get what I'm saying. I say if you have more money, you can make more money. Value increase when you have more success and when you produce more result. Your value can increase when you increase your service to humanity and service to God. When a man increases his service to God, his value increase. The more you pray, the more you increase value with God. The more you serve people, the more you increase value in the eyes of people. Your value increase also when you add some touch of excellence to whatever you do, especially people in business. No wonder branding and packaging is very important for business. A Coke that is sell 150, when you go to places like La Vista, they will tell you how much sell 300, 400 baht. Is it a different Coke? It's the same Coke. They package it, that's all. I went to Mr. Beast to eat food, me and my friend, for 4,000. I almost cried because the food they gave me was a stupid food. It was not different from what my mother used to give me at home. But we have already paid. Since that day, I've never been to Mr. Beast again in my life. No wonder they crash. I get what I'm saying now. When you package a thing very well, what is sell for 1,000 can sell for 10,000. Especially people in business, value can be packaged in business. I learned about a woman. She's in Lagos. She's so close. She's a normal tailor, just like you and this. But do you know the least clothes she sew is 800,000? Is she using gold to sew it? No. You to measure people, she charged 48,000 just to measure you. And when they try to book her, they discover that she's booked for almost 1 month. You can't see her. The least clothes she sew, I told you is 800,000. We were together. There was a Versace shirt, normal polo shirt, 300 and something thousand. Original Versace, 300. Would that shirt not catch fire? Have you seen Gucci product? You see product tell you 1 million naira a shirt. Value is terrible. When you package something, add quality to it, the value increase. I get what I'm saying. Who do that woman sow to? That woman sow to governor's wife, senator's wife, minister's wife. She can't bring her clothes to your shop. She don't know you. She don't even believe you can sew. Why? Because you don't add touch of excellence. You don't add competence and whatsoever to it. All what you know about is village mentality. Tuda and Ba, workers village, that's all. So you're looking after people that will borrow. You say with 1,000 they will suffer, which is not even up to just measure you. You measure for free, you write everything for free. I know a woman that bake cake. One cake, we're talking about 170,000. The least. I saw people that don't do decoration, just to do small decoration. They're talking about 200, 300,000. But you do it here, they tell you thank you. What's the difference? You pick the difference. Packaging, branding. I get what I'm saying. Okay. Of course, the anointing can also increase your value. As you increase in anointing, value will increase, definitely. And like I said, also God can increase your value. It doesn't matter how many zeros in your life. If God come and stand as one, do you know the more the zero, the more the value? Imagine you are 1,000 zero and God just come and stand as one. You will even beg God to add more zero to your life again, so that it will keep increasing. I get what I'm saying now. I say no one is born with nothing. I believe that. With that, let's talk about the types of potentials. Everyone fall into one of this category before they were able to adjust themselves to become profitable. There are only 2 types of potentials I have seen, and what I mean by that is that there are people that have certain abilities and they know they have them. There are things that you know you have. I mean, there are literally things that you know that you have. These things that you know you have, can you write them down? I spoke about a lot of potentials, abilities. Most of you can sew clothes, most of you can bake cake, some of you can do decoration, some of you can teach, some of you can preach, some of you can laugh. Do you know, we never know that comedians can have money until recently. Just making people to laugh can give you money. People are very angry in this world. If you can make them laugh, some can even remove money and give you. I was watching one comedy, I was surprised. The same way they do in church, these guys were going to sow seed. As the guy was comedy, they were laughing, they were going to spray money on the guy. I said, what did this guy do? And they were dropping money. Was it Kenny Black or one of these people? And they were dropping dollars. You that you are doing nobody has dropped anything. What's the problem? I get what I'm saying. Whatsoever ability you have is possible, it can reward you. I'm telling you the truth. So whatsoever you can do, write it down. Whether preaching, counseling, singing, trading, negotiation skills, comedy, prayer, casting out devils, tailoring, decoration, write it down. You fall in between the category of people that are called people that have something that they know they have. And when you know you have certain kind of value and potential, what do you do about it? The first thing you need to do is to discover it, which you have done by realizing that this is what you can do. The second thing you need to do is develop it. You have to be able to develop these things that you have within you. The other thing you need to do is deploy it. You know you can sing songs. Develop yourself. Work on your vocal, whatever you guys call it. Your what? Voice training, right? Work on those things. Then, now go to the studio, sing a song, deploy a song to us, and I'm sure you see as people rush to it and people want to buy it. The truth is this: until you deploy your value, you will never be rewarded. No matter how much you can sew clothes, if you don't sew to be paid, if you don't sew people, how will they reward you? You must be able to deploy your value. The other type, or can I say characteristics of value, is people that actually maybe you know they don't have certain things. Let's say there are things you know you don't have. Do you understand? Maybe you can't even pray, you can't even cast out devil. Maybe you can't even sew clothes, you can't even bake cake. These are things that you know you don't have. So there are potentials you have, there are potentials you don't have. I say the ones that you know that you have, you develop them and you deploy them. What about the ones that you now know you don't have, but you know you need them? There was a job that they wanted to give one of my friends, but they asked him, can you type? The guy said he cannot type. I said, what were you doing with all your life that you never learned how to type? Because of that, he lose the job. I'm telling you the truth. Let's say they want to employ you and they ask you, can you sit down and counsel people? You say you cannot, but these were things you could have learned. One of my friends, she got employment with Dangote. They took her to India. Now she's working with Dangote in Lagos. Why? Because she can bake cake. Just cake. And when they took her to India, they were paying her in hundreds of thousands. They fly them to India. Now she's working with Dangote in Lagos. And they are paying her, of course, very well. They came for interview. Everybody was talking about what he can do, what the course he studied, this and this. They saw in her CV. They saw in her CV that she can bake cake. They now ask her, you are an engineer? Say yes. And you learn baking cake? He say yes. Why? Just because I love baking cake. He said, wow, we like people like that can go extra mile to learn other things apart from their certificate. They now ask her, if Dangote Corporation want to celebrate Dangote 10 years anniversary, can you bake cake for 1,000 people? She said yes. What about 2,000 people? Yes. Okay, how can you be able to do that? She said, of course, I will need to train other people to do it. I will also have to manage people. I also have to do this. She began to explain what are beyond baking cake. She began to explain how to manage organization. She began to explain teamwork. He said, for this reason, well, I'll go and start preparing. She submitted her details, and that was how they took them to India. If you go for a job interview, do you know they will never ask you what is calculus, differentiate x plus y plus w? Nobody will ask you that stupid question. They won't, because that thing is not practicable, applicable. How does x plus w make you make money? Your physics teacher lied to you. Your mathematics teacher lied to you. Real life situations are informal learning, things that they don't teach you in school. And that's why you must add value to yourself. Okay. So what the things that you know that you don't have, but you know that you need them, what do? Number one, you learn them, you acquire them. Nobody was born. I was not born talking fluently, preaching fluently. Is a lie. You know, I told you I went to Chakra school where we sit on the floor. I learned English very well. I bought dictionary. I was reading English, jacking English. I was reading Concord and Agreement. I was reading sentences past. I studied on my own. Why? Because I need it. I get what I'm saying now. No wonder if your husband tell you that he may like cake, but not cake that somebody bake, the one you bake. If you love him, you go and learn how to make cake. You can learn them. Everything you can learn in this life. Everything. So how? One of the easiest way to learn is through mentoring, through discipleship. You can be discipled, you can be mentored in something. I believe that you're not even mentored in any area in life, you will fail in it. Whether in marriage, whether in business, whether in academic, whether in anything. Teachers mentors you naturally. Me and you we are product of teachers. From primary school to secondary school to university to everywhere, we had teachers that were teaching us. You must be mentored in life. Number two, apprenticeship. I was passing through where is Gloria Enterprise. I saw people with her there. They were learning how to sew clothes. Apprenticeship is one of the easiest way to become rich in life. I realized that the Igbo system of apprenticeship has produced more billionaires and millionaires than any school in the whole world. An Igbo child will be he will stay under his mother's shop. Give him 10 years, you are still going to you are still writing jam. When that guy has already made millions. No wonder Igbo don't go to school, but they have a lot of money. They do what is called apprenticeship. The guy can go and learn how to sell spare parts in Aba for 5 years. When he come back, he will open spare part in Tudamba here and make all our money. I learned about this Paul. These guys that have this shop. When we came to this area at that time, those guys look like nothing. These guys that were selling that have this shop, today they have many shops and they build big house. There is one guy called Yahuse. Do you know that Kratos father house? There is one fine house that they just built around that side. One guy that sell machine part, Yahuse around Kelemaye, he was the one that built that house. He may not go to school like you. You are PhD, but you are a senior PhD for nonsense. Broke PhD. A man say all your ambition is to become a son, senior advocate for nonsense. Learn. If you have to go and learn a skill, learn a skill. If you have to go and learn how to bake, learn how to bake. If you have to learn how to sew clothes, learn how to sew clothes. School will never give you money fast. You will be paying school fees until you are broke. Then you now get a job, they say 30,000. You now imagine how much school fees you have paid. And you have to come every day. 30,000 that Glo can make in maybe how many days? Let's be frank. Skills, talent, potentials can make a man rich faster than any certification. So there are things you can acquire. You can learn them through apprenticeship. Don't be proud. Learn under somebody. That is what I call informal learning. You can learn things on your own. There are many things I go on the internet. There are many things I enter YouTube. I sit down. I learn course. I do course online. I'm telling you the truth. Many of you go into YouTube to watch Nigeria movie, local TV. I don't want those things. I go there, I learn. I attend school online. I Google things, I learn. You can do info. I call them informal learning. Wake up on your own. Say you want to learn business. You want to learn tailoring. You want to learn trading. You want to learn how does it. You want to learn carpentry. If you Google it, everything has answer online. I assure you the truth. One of my friends, he was not a fish engineer, what they call it. That guy didn't study anything agric. Paul know him. Recently, I was surprised. I went after this guy set up a poultry farm, set up a fishy farm. The guy studied one course. I don't even understand. I laugh at Paul. I took Paul there. I said, you that study fishery, you don't even have a pond. You don't even have one fish. You must buy fish. You don't even have one chicken. And you study agric engineer, be agric whatever. This guy go how to rear fish, rear poultry, and he has plenty of them. Let me tell you, skills can reward you. He has invested millions, and let me tell you, when you begin to make money, you say he's what? He's lucky. There is no luck anywhere. It's night time of study. When you are using your data to watch Telemundo, he was using his data to learn something. Informal learning are the learning of things you do not subscribe for. You didn't pay school fees for it. No. Do you know you can learn how to preach online? Do you know you can? No, I'm very serious. The Holy Ghost will not come and sit upon your ignorance. No, he will enlighten you, force you to learn. I have sleepless nights every day learning. When you give me topic tomorrow, I'll go and learn on it. I'll go and study. As I pray, the Holy Ghost leading me to read something. Are you getting what I'm saying now? You must understand that whether you like it or not, that what is called informal learning is a way to learn. Are you getting it now? During the time of Corona, there are people that were never tailors. They became tailors. Why? They have to sew face masks, and they made money. Yes, you were a tailor. You did not sew face masks. Did you learn how to sew face masks? That's the first time, but you just look at it online. While they look at it online, she was designing it. You can learn how to cook online. There is one lady, what's her name again? Winnie. Winnie educate people on how to cook very well. I believe my wife must go to catering school, because sometimes I wake up, I feel like eating Chinese food. Okay. Can you please help me appreciate Reverend Apollos Egg Kisser, our able Reverend? Welcome, sir. You can also be able to go back to school to learn. There are times when before they give you an appointment, they will tell you they need a master's degree. It's not a crime. Go back and add up. I get what I'm saying. Apart from informal learning, you can learn formally. You can go to school and add up certificate. One of my greatest goals in life is to be a lecturer. And that's why I want to even become a professor. Why? I want to teach. They will not employ me as a lecturer if I don't have certificate, no matter how much I know. Do you realize that? I've seen some people in your village that know so much. They are like Wikipedia. Oh, I went to one village. There is an old man in the village. He did not go to school, but he knows too many things. He can tell you all stories of every constitution in Nigeria. He told me about civil war, told me about everything. He told me I even fought in the military. But the man don't have a certificate. Do you know that nobody will employ him? No, it's the truth. Especially places that need certification. I learned that you cannot even open a school until you have certificate or something, right? I mean, I want to have a school. That means I have to still go to education and do maybe a diploma in education or something like that. And you have diploma in education, you don't have a school, you don't have anything, you don't even want to teach. I wonder what you're doing there. So if you have to go back to school to achieve your goal, to get a diploma, no wala. Look at the way we are. There was one day that Reverend, the former Reverend Anglo, he writes books. That was one of his books that I read. One principle of, he's doing this PhD now. I read one of his books one time. Wow. So there was one day he told me and then Paul. He said we are anointed to, but no matter how we are, we need to go to Bible school, and it's true. Is that global? No, it's true. You are not a reverend, you are not a pastor, sir. You must go to Bible school. You need a certificate. Is that not true? No, it's the truth. So there are certain things that if you must achieve them, you must have to go to the school. So if it means for you to go to school to get a certificate, so that you can become successful, so that you can become profitable, so that you can have great goal, it's not a crime. I'm telling you the truth. We have taken much time. As a result of that, although there are quite a few things that I wanted to look at, which is the 5 fingers of greatness, the things that buy money, and the cost of life. That might have taken maybe close to maybe 15 or 20 minutes. But for the want of time, I think we can stop now and maybe entertain any question. Okay? But I hope you learned something. So that you're looking at me as if... So questions. If you have any question, now is the time that you ask me, or maybe there is something I say that you don't like. You can rebuke me now, so that I don't go and insult me outside. Say, look at himself, look at the way, look at his big head. There's no question. A wise man said something. He said, when you are done teaching as a teacher, I watch one joke. No, sometimes I watch jokes so to laugh, because life can be very terrible. Sometimes you can be angry with even yourself, so you just watch some jokes and you laugh. How many of you know Mark Angel? One small lady like that. That girl is richer than you. You see? And she's small. They were in class, and the teacher was solving all these big mathematics. 1 + 2 minutes plus 3 plus. The girl was just, her ear was open, her eyes was open, her everything was open. She didn't understand what he was saying. So when the guy finished, he said this is equals to this. She stopped him, right? You people know the joke more than me now. Okay, now ask them. That what? Okay, do you understand? When they are done teaching, they ask you, do you understand? The guy say no. You know, say, what don't you understand? That's why the girl said that she not even understand since from last time. Not even what he's teaching now. Say, do you understand? She said no. Say, what don't you understand? Say, from where don't you understand? He says, since from last time. So since what he has been teaching since, he don't understand anything. The man don't even know where to start from. So a wise man said, when you teach and people do not ask questions, it's either they understand everything or they don't understand anything. I hope you understand everything and not nothing. If not, you'll be like that girl that did not understand from the day we started this thing. So thank you so much, coordinator. Okay.
As far as all of us we understood, for me, I came only at the tail end. I was taking interest to hear those 5 fingers of something we are trying to say.
5 fingers of greatness, the things that buy money.
Yes. And you say you are stopping.
No, if you give me extra 20 minutes, I can talk about that.
I felt it. But as far as I don't know even the topic of today,
okay,
I want to beg everybody seated here understood everything. I want one among the few, not you.
Okay.
Now to at least tell me in summary the topic and what he has learned.
That's very good. Thank God. Thank you so much, Daddy, for this. Somebody among, and it must not be the choir master, and maybe some of the schools. No, somebody should stand up and summarize what I said, because Daddy just came. They were actually having the baptism class. So somebody, or do you have to point? Somebody, please. You see, you are like Mackenzie. You don't understand since from last time. Yeah. I will just resign as a teacher. Somebody. Attempt. You don't have to say everything. Attempt. Thank you. What's the name? Queen. Okay, Queen. Thank you for that.
value more. And you talk about to produce more results, increase your service humanity and God, and add the cause of excellence.
I'm proud of you. You are the only one.
Sorry for making you that way, but I will appreciate the way you listen to the lesson. I think the essence of teaching in programs like this is that you would learn, and not only to learn, but to put it into practice. Now, I hope all of you that sat down and you're listening just as she listened and she jumped down. You have an area that you have taken, that you are going to be committed. You are going to commit yourself. At least to put that into practice in your life. But if you have just sat down and listened and jumped down, and you are going back not to act on it, then our sitting here is useless. Even the time that the speaker took to teach us is going to be useless. That's what I'm saying. When we are receiving teachings like this, out of the teaching you gave yesterday, sincerely giving myself, I learned a lot. And I promise to put it into practice, which I have started. I took interest to be in today because I know today is going to be wonderful than yesterday. But I came when we are finished. The reason is that today is the last week we have to have the class. And I have to catch and take them all through the week. What I'm saying, let your listening, what you learn from this message, help your life. Don't just come to be a listener without making use of it. So I'm very grateful. Thank you for the teachings. That is my encouragement to all of us. I have wanted to say, okay, tell me, out of those things you mentioned, which one did you commit yourself into it that you are going to put into practice? If I should ask that, time is going just as you have said. I pray that God will help us. When you come to every big program, whether it is church service, where message is coming up, whether it is teaching, whether it is whatever, that which you learn, go and put it into practice. It is not just to come and listen. I pray that God will help you in Jesus' name. I want to take this time also to appreciate our speaker. Thank you for teachings. Choir master, all the choir expo, all of us who attended the program. I ask that God will bless you in Jesus' name. Thank you.